YouTube, what's happening? It is Monday, June 9th, and we're going to talk about baseball first today. We have a handful of games today. You can see them all before you. Was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games on the slate. We're going to break them down, look at the spreadsheet, look at the props, everything we always do, trying to find a little bit of value around here. But first, I got to bring up how we did yesterday. It started off, well, let me show you how it went. Tampa won that game, but didn't cover the run line. So close. Milwaukee lost 1-0. And what? The Nerfy hit. Nerfies are 3 in a row now. I might have to do more Nerfies. Walter did get us at least 4 strikeouts. That was nice. Toronto, Minnesota did have hit the over. Lorenzen started off, gave up. It was 2-0 Chicago. He had 1 hit, and that was the only hit he gave up. Dude pitched amazing. Whatever. Mets crushed the Rockies like expected. Seattle Angels did hit the over, and Rodon got roughed up a little bit. Didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, Boston, he only had 5 strikeouts. I would take that play any day of the week. If you gave it to me again, take it, I take it. So whatever. It happens sometimes. If you want the plays typed out for every sport that I do, or you want access to the spreadsheet, go ahead and check out the HQ right there that you saw. Other than that, we stopped wasting time. We got 9 games. Let's jump to the first one right now. Okay, as usual, let's go cover the weather first. We jump to the first game. It's going to be, you can see Pittsburgh and Miami. You can see the weather is all over the place here. Rain definitely in the forecast. No wind to worry about really. Cleveland should be a nice day. Wind blowing straight out at 9 might mean something. Philly, no rain, no wind really. Boston, maybe a slight chance of rain with a little bit of wind blowing in. Milwaukee, nothing. Obviously, St. Louis, wind at 10. Not really worried about weather here or in LA with the wind. Padres, nothing at all. And then Diamondbacks are a dome. So nothing at all when it comes to ye old actual weather. So let's go ahead and pop over to the first game, which is going to be Cincinnati and Cleveland. Cleveland is a 150 favorite at home with an 8.5 total. Spreadsheet, we see, well, better days have been had by both bats overall. They struggled. Both teams are struggling, you can tell. 5-5, both teams. Let's go ahead and move over to the props. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it, get you signed up for a week for free. Get you all the games, all the sports. You got them all. So it's for free. Do it. Why not? Yeah. So we have Louis L. Ortiz going up against Wade Miley. That's our pitchers today. LL's giving up at least 2 walks in 10 out of 10 games. Well, you're facing Cincinnati, who was 8th in walks. I think we found our play already. So see, 8th in walks at 3.5. If you're only giving up 2, what's your odds on that? Ooh, that's pricey. Yeah, it's minus 200. That is a little too juicy. I know I do 200, but damn, what's 2.5? I might even risk it for 2.5. No, not that much. Not that much. 200 is my limit, but that's a little too juicy. So no, I might bump that down a little bit. Let's open these 2 up and let's look and see if we know anything about them. Check out their histories, what they did, the usual stuff. Ortiz versus Cincinnati historically. Anybody popping off against you? Really? Oh no. Ellie is 091 and 11 at bats. That ain't good. Benson has a home run, and that's about it. Righties, you can see how righties have done. Since he first righties all season. Cleveland versus lefties this season, and Cleveland versus Miley. Not much at all. So we have 2 struggling offenses. We have a pitcher that can't really do much. Earned run wise, he's been good though. This isn't bad on run wise. 1.4, love that. Would love that every day. Miley, how many innings did you pitch last? You started 2 games this season back in April, so you're starting now. I'm sorry, this isn't 2025, this is 2024. So it's been a hot minute. I gotta pull you up over here. We gotta take a little closer look at you, see what we can find out about you for real. Have you done anything this season at all? Ooh, that's let me zoom back out. 18 ERA. Okay, you pitched in 1 game this season. It was on June 4th against Milwaukee. You had 6 hits, 4 earned run, and a 9-1 loss. You didn't start that. You came in and pitched 2 innings. So, damn. All right, Miley might not be good. Since he might tee off him a little bit, but since these numbers are not the best, see, I don't like this game. We got pitching. Since these pitchers bad, L is pretty good for Cleveland. When you look at the bats, you're like, man. I might literally just fade Cincinnati. That's so bad. There's only 9 games. Let's pick something. Let's not be scared. Let's take Cleveland. Let's take Cleveland on the money line. How about that? That way we can trust Miley to get just wrecked. Because look at these numbers again. 18 ERA is ridiculous. That's a lot of ERA. And a 3 whip. No, yeah, give me Cleveland money line at home. Next. Our game 2 is going to be Miami and Pittsburgh. We got to pick them basically with an 8.5 total. Look at the sheet and we can see why. It's mid. Everything's mid. Pittsburgh's doing decent. They have a 3-game winning streak, 6-4 in the last 10. Miami is just, ugh. So, anywho, let's pop over to those pitchers because that is atrocious. Remember, 3 of those losses against Miami or against Colorado. They got swept basically. So don't forget that. Don't forget that's a big deal. Don't forget that at all. We got Mike Burrows going up there against who? Close too many tabs on one song. Hold up, come back. Who is it? It is Yuri Perez. That's a name I haven't heard in a minute, right? Let's look and see what you've been up to. This, well, stats. Well, yeah, you've been. Or what's it? What? What's your? Huh? Man ain't pitched since 20. I was like, I knew I heard the name. It's been a minute since I heard it. Dude hasn't pitched since 2023. In 2025. When in 2023, he started 19 games, did all of this. You can see we did a 3.15 ERA, 1.3. Well, man, we love fading people that didn't pitch. It's the first time pitching this year, but man, it's the first time pitching in 2 years in the majors. Oh man, I'm sorry. I think we got to fade the hell out of the Zoom. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Not sorry, but sorry. Let's see how Mike Burrow's been doing. Burrows, how many innings? 5.35 all this season. You had 4-4 and 0 earned runs. Okay, you did good in your last game. Let's see what else. Let's look at the data. Burrows against Miami, nothing. Miami versus righties, not bad. Pittsburgh versus righties, not bad. Against Perez since 2018. They have data, but it's at least 2 years old now. So, oh yeah, we are fading. Sorry, I don't care. You've been gone this long, surgery, rehab, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. If you've been gone this long where I don't even have 2024 splits. I have nothing. I have 2023 for Miami. And that was your only season. You pitched in 19 total games? Yeah, we're fading you. Sorry. Give me Pittsburgh money line at home. Next. All right, moving on to Cubs at Philadelphia. And Philly is favored 130 with a 7.5. I'm like, what? Why? Look at the Philly. Look at Philly, how bad they've been doing. They've lost 5 in a row now. They're 2-8 in the last 10. The numbers are just the worst batting average in the league. 30th in OBP, 30th in hits, 26 in RBIs, 26 in runs. They are struggling. And the Cubs are mid. They're no longer all green. They are average. That's what there's average again. 6-4, lost 1. They're actually below average when it comes to scoring. So let's pop over to the pitching and see who is in there. Today we're going to have, let's see, it is Zach Wheeler versus Matthew Boyd. And Wheeler has not given up 5 hits in 5 out of 5 games. Pretty good. Boyd's strikeouts has been nasty too. Only problem is Philly and Chicago are both very nasty at striking out. They don't strike out much. So we can't take a strikeout prop. It just isn't advantageous to our numbers. So we are going to leave that alone. We are going to look at Wheeler. We're going to look at Boyd. We're going to look at their hits and whatnot. See, yeah, Wheeler hits allowed has been pretty good. Cubs are 17th in hits. I'm not going to take it though. Earned runs, how about that? 2-2-2-2, 0-0-0, and then popped off for 6. Good job, Atlanta. Just, yeah. Wow. All right, let's pop over here and see, Boyd, look at your hits, what you've been up to. A little more consistent, around 5.7. Let's look at them earned runs. Same story. I don't love this. Let's look at the matchups. Wheeler versus Cubs historically. Anybody pop off? Anybody really doing good? Hap's got a 429. I want better than that. Swanson's got a $150 and 40 at bat. Damn, dude. Whew. $188 for Birdie. Not good. Righties, you can see how the Cubs have done this season. Philly versus lefties, there you go. And then Boyd versus Philly. And yeah, nothing at all. So both pitchers are both kind of Cubs are Philly's bad, but they're at home. And that could change things. You never know. So I think the smart thing to do is I'm going to leave this damn game alone and move on to something else. All right, we got Tampa at Boston now. Fun one. Basically a pick 'em with an 8.5 total. Let's look over here. Both top 4 offense for both teams. Both teams are cooking with the bats recently. All of a sudden, look at those numbers to go. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Boston has 2 good games against the Yankees, which just inflates their numbers. Gets rid of a couple of the bad games at the back end of the last 10. Tampa's been doing pretty good recently overall. Let's go and look at the props and look at the numbers and the data. Let's see who's pitching today. That is the most important thing. And it is Baz versus Bello. Bello has given up at least 6 hits in 4 of the last 5. Baz has given up 3 runs in 4 of the last 5. That ain't good. Both teams are cooking like that, and both pitchers are kind of shaky. You know we're going with that one. Oh, yeah. See, earned runs for Baz, last 5, he's averaging 3. That ain't good. And then Bello, earned runs, last 2.2. Yeah, we're going to look at the matchups. If the matchups are decent, we're taking the over probably. Bello, ooh, look at Tampa's history. Where's Bello? Damn, they tee off on this dude. J-Lo, 412. Below 333, 417 for Diaz, 571 for Calavera, Aranda 417. They all tee off. Okay, against righties, that's how Tampa is this season. Boston versus righties, there you go. And Baz versus Boston. Okay, Baz shuts them boys down, don't he? Okay, so it's Tampa, right? Tampa's the way we go. Okay, but do we just take the over anyways? I think I want to take Tampa and the over. Can I do that? It's Monday. I can do what I want. It's my channel. So yeah, we're going to fade Boston. Boston's at home, but ugh. Look at those numbers. He's been this nasty, hasn't he? All right. We're going to take, what's the smartest thing to take here? Tampa's minus 104. I don't, yeah, let's just take Tampa money line. Let's be smart here, people. Let's be smart. We're just going to take Tampa on the money line. I have 3 money lines so far. What am I doing? TBML. Yep, TBML. Three plays, 3 money lines. Nothing crazy. Just that. I want to what's the weather looking like there? Let me take a peek real quick. In Boston, wind blowing in at 10. Yeah, we're not taking the over. Could happen, but hopefully Baz shuts them down. So give me Tampa money line next. All right, we got Atlanta at Milwaukee now. Fun one. Atlanta 170. Really, Atlanta 7.5 is our total. Look at the sheet, and we see Atlanta has been struggling with the bats. They're lost 7. I think they literally lost 7 in a row now. Hold on, let me go look at this. Let me look at who you lost. Who you been playing? Who has you been playing? You lost Giants, D-backs, Red Sox. Damn. All right, Braves. I see you. I see you. Ooh, 1-9 last 10. Why would I ever bet 170 Atlanta when Milwaukee? This is Chris Sale going out there. Is the only reason I would even consider such a ridiculous proposition. Let's take a look. Is it Chris Sale? It's got to be Chris Sale. Who else would it be? Let's see. Braves, Brewers. It is. Yep, it's Chris Sale versus Aaron Savali. Savali's been pretty nasty. He is not going over runs, but he's not going over hits. He is not going over walks, and Chris Sale's not going over runs either. So it's going over strict Chris Sale strikeouts over 7.5, 4 out of the last 5. Milwaukee is 4th in strikeouts, so not something we're going to entertain today. Not today. So yeah, if you pitch great like you've been barely doing, yeah, you're averaging 2. Not bad. Love that. Chris Sale's averaging last 5 earned runs 1. So both pitchers are really good. Only problem is, what's the over under in this one? 7.5. Nerfy. I'm loving the Nerfies recently. It's been working out nicely. Let's look at the histories. Aaron versus Braves. Historically, nothing much there. Against righties, that's how the Braves have been doing. Milwaukee versus lefties. There you go. And then Milwaukee versus Sale. They've actually had some success. Not many at bats, but they do have some success. But this dude's been so good. Chris Sale's been so good. They're both good. Both teams. Well, the Braves have been woeful with the bats. If Chris Sale can shut down Milwaukee, I like the Nerfy here. You know what? Let's do it. Nerfy. We're taking the Nerfy. No runs. First inning. Start the top of the second. Tied at 0. Next. All right. Toronto is at St. Louis, and we got Toronto just. Nope, it's a pick 'em again. 8.5. Okay, but Toronto's bats are still nasty. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-3, 8-2, 1-2-1. It's like, come on, guys. Absolutely disgusting. 6.7 runs is first, 294 average, 350 slugging, 10.2 hits per game. They are cooking. Let's see who is pitching in this one. Close those 2 out. We'll come over here. Blue Jays, Cardinals. We got Palante versus Berrios, and we're just going to go ahead and open both these because everything is there except for Berrios is not giving up hits in 4 out of 5. Pretty good. Let's do earned runs. Let's look at them both. Earned runs. Berrios. He's averaging last 5, 2.2, and we pop over to Palante earned runs. That's a lot. What is that number? 3.4 because you 2-2-3-3-7. Not good when you're facing the top offense. Berrios is 2.2 facing a mid offense. The last 2 games have been pretty good. So far, we're leading Toronto. Is this going to be Moneyline Monday? Is that what today's going to be? Hey, whatever works. Palante versus Toronto. Historically, we got a home run for Vladdy, and that's about it. Versus righties, see how Toronto's been. St. Louis versus righties, and St. Louis versus Berrios. You can see the numbers there. I think we have to take Toronto here, right? Because Berrios has been pitching pretty decently outside this game against Tampa, but Tampa's been hot. We know that. Detroit has been kind of, makes sense. Tampa's been, again, hot. Nothing for the A's, okay? And then Philly, who's not been hot. So, yeah, St. Louis is mid. I expect him to give at least probably 1 or 2 runs. So, Toronto should be able to pop up even more, which, yeah, Toronto money line next. All right, let's move on to the A's and the Angels. And we can currently see it is Angels 154 with a 9 total. Look over at the sheet and we can see The A's have been cooking offensively. Their pitching is not because they're 3-7, but hey, whatever. Angels 5-5, and they're getting runs, but not much else. They're making the most of what they get on base. So 2 of the top 10 scoring teams, which all the teams are kind of lower scoring right now, when 5.4 and 4.6 pitching in the top 10, right? Kind of weird, but whatever. Let's look over at the actual who's pitching today. Let's get rid of YouTube. Change this up to this one, and bang, bang. And we got Kikuchi going up against somebody. Who you going up against? It's Jeffrey Springs. Since you don't give me no stats, I'll go show some stats. I got this, don't worry. Boom, Springs. This season, he's a 466, 56 Ks, 134. Unless something changed, this is what ESPN's showing. You know we can't trust them 100%. Last 5 games, you can see he pitched 6.2. Did not start it, though, because don't tell me they're doing the same thing Milwaukee does occasionally, where they just put the starter really. And Colorado did the same thing, too. Are you really going to put the bullpen dude in there for wanting to get through the first 3 guys, then bring the real starter in? I hate when they do that. Hey, whatever. Let's see, 6.253. You can see the stats there. So, yeah, let's go to props. Yeah, that situation where they bring the starter in after the first guy comes in, that messes everything up. I know it's a competitive advantage, but it's stupid. I don't like it, so it's dumb. Yeah, don't care. Kikuchi walks has been giving up, 4.455. A's, how you at walks? Oh my God, we found our play. Number 2 right there. Yeah, that's why you're 2.5. Yeah, we're taking this play right here. Thank you. We're taking the over 2.5 walks for you because A's are crushing the walks lately. I don't care. We're taking that. So we're going to go Kikuchi over 2.5 BBs. We're going to take that. We're also going to look for something else just in case anything else is here. Kikuchi versus A's historically. There's your data. Against lefties, there's how the A's have done this season. Angels versus lefties, there you go. And Angels versus Jeffrey Springs, there's your stuff right there. So, yeah, not only are the A's cooking with the offense, but their pitching has been, well, I don't know which one to call this. Do you call this good or not? 3 earned runs, 6 earned runs, 3-1-1. 3 or 4, 2 great games, 2 average games, and a bad game against Toronto, because Toronto's number 1 in offense. We know that. So if you want to take Springs, you can. But we see, come over here, let's compare. Let's compare them real quick. Bang, earned runs. What's yours? 1.4. So your better earned runs, you're just wild. You cannot control. You make them chase a lot, and then they don't chase, and you get a walk. So, okay, I see that. I'll trust it. We're gonna go for that walks. We're gonna go for 2.5 walks because 4 average. Yeah, give me this next. All right, we got Dodgers Padres. Should be a fun little series. Maybe we'll see. We have basically pick 'em again. 8 is our total. West with all the damn pick 'ems today. Oh, interesting. Dodgers offense looks good. They're 5-5. San Diego worst runs total at 2.6. You can see they have not been good, but yeah, they're 6-4 because their pitching has been great. Let's look at the stats. Who's going out there today? Swap this over to Dodgers and Padres right there. I was blind. I couldn't see him. Dustin May is going up against Nick Pivetta. Dustin May strikeouts is 5 for 5, and yeah, that's pretty good. So the only problem is San Diego does not strike out much. See, they're not a strikeout team, so we're not going to take that. Other than that, let's look at the other stuff, see what stands out. Because right now we have Dodgers with a big advantage with the bats. But we don't know. Let's look at Pivetta, how he is done. What's his earned runs looking like? Ooh, he's been pretty good. He's averaging 3 because literally at 6 against Colorado when he went to Colorado. Dude struggles with altitude. That's all it is. And then he had 5 against San Fran. The other 3 games were good. Let's look at the matchup. Matchups, Pivetta versus Doyas. There's your stats, your history. Freddie Freeman's got a 400 average and 30 at bats. That's pretty good. 1.1 OPS. That's pretty nice stuff. Ohtani's got 2 home runs and 12 at bats with a 333. There's options. You could do something there. Righties. There's your stats with Dodgers versus righties. Here is San Diego versus righties and San Diego versus May. Anybody stand out? Machado's got a couple home runs, but only a 250 average and 28 at bats. Tatis 250 and 20 at bats. 294 for Cronenworth. No one's some decent bats, but nothing's truly standing out so far. I think Pivetta has a chance. Pivetta can be rocked. It's shown. We see this. What is Dustin looking like? Earned runs. How have you been doing? You got a 2.4 average, and you pitched. Yeah, you pitched normal innings. Okay, nothing's. I think I like the Dodgers. I think I'm going for it. Then again, yeah, because I don't trust. I think May can keep San Diego at bay because of how bad they've been. Dodgers have been good. They have good history against Pivetta. Pivetta's shown you can get blown up. Yeah, let's say Dodgers money line. Money line Monday, that's what we're doing right, all right? So LAD money line. Let's move on to the last game. All right, last game, Seattle and Arizona. And currently we see, open it up, is Arizona 165 at home with a 9.5 total. Spreadsheet, we see Arizona's bats are average. St. Louis. Seattle is struggling, 3-7. Makes sense. Diamondbacks, 3 losses in a row now. Ooh, who is pitching to this one? I lean Arizona so far on this Monday Line Monday, this self-proclaimed, because that's just what's happening. Merrill Kelly versus Emerson Hancock. Merrill Kelly's been nasty with the strikeouts, hasn't he? Over 5 for 5. Seattle is 24th in strikeouts. I think we found our play already. There we go. 24th in strikeouts, 9.4. He's at home. He's doing great. Let's look at the numbers on strikeouts. We'll look at Hancock too. So Kelly strikeouts, and last 5. And you can see he's averaging a 7-point clip. That's pretty good. All it was, he needs 6 plus 100. Yeah, taking it. Done. Kelly over 5.5 Ks. Absolutely, I'm taking that. Let's see. Let's look at the matchup. Kelly versus Seattle. Historically, they've seen each other, but not much success. There's a home run. There's a couple home runs here and there, but nothing crazy. Seattle versus righties. There you go. Arizona versus righties. There you go. Arizona versus Emerson. A lot of nothing. Okay, so we're not taking Arizona to win. We ain't trusting that. We don't trust the bats that much because they're decent, but they're not amazing. So, now let's look at Emerson's stats real quick, so I can say I showed everybody. Emerson earned runs, he's not been bad. Outside of this Yankee game, he's been pretty decent. So yeah, I think the play is going to be straight at just Merrill Kelly strikeouts. Look at that. Good stuff. So over 5.5 strikeouts, and that's what we're going to call it right there. It gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money lines, a nerfing, and 2 props. Well, guess what we're going to add on there? We're going to add a money line parlay. On this money line Monday, we're going to have a money line parlay. It's going to be all 5 of them, I think. Do we want to put all 5? Let's go back and revisit them all, shall we? Let's do that real quick. Come back up to the spreadsheet. We'll do it this way. Come back to game 1. Cincy and Cleveland. Do I trust Cleveland at home enough to put in there? Not really. I don't want to put them in there. I got them to win. That's good enough for me. I will take Pittsburgh. I don't know why. What are we talking about? Stop being scared. Cleveland, Pitt. Who else we got? Oh, Tampa. Yeah, Tampa is definitely, that's at Boston. Yeah, we're taking Tampa on the road. What else we got? We got Toronto. You could even throw like a Milwaukee in there because Milwaukee had a nice advantage as well. Aren't they at home? Yeah, against the Braves. You know what? I might split this up into 2 different Monday Night Parlays. Monday Parlay 1, Monday Parlay 2. Yeah, it's Monday. Why not? Do what I want. That way we have 2 3-game Monday Night Parlays. A little more easily able to hit. So I'll put, who am I going to put the last one? So I'm going to put Dodgers, Milwaukee, and Toronto in the second parlay. First one is going to be Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Tampa. That way we have 2 different 3-game money line parlays. If you want to be a bad man and put all 6 together, whatever, do what you do. I'm trying to hit something maybe, so I don't take many parlays. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays, 2 parlays, 10 total plays on this day. I love that. Good stuff. Schedule. Let's pop up. Tomorrow's Tuesday, isn't it? And we can see a bunch of games. That's what we do around here. So I'll be back tomorrow. Check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out in a nice list, or if you want access to the spreadsheet, do your own research. Other than that, let me know in the comments what you're playing, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday for some more MLB. Peace.